So even in a light breeze, he tends to get blown back and forth a little bit. There we go. And demonstrate how. Now, which prevents wildlife, livestock, or even people from coming into contact with those diseases and getting sick them for us. There you go, and you can see that good wing pattern, dark in the front, silvery gray towards the back. If you see that on a large dark bird flying overhead, more than likely you're looking at a turkey vulture. As I said, the head. So you may be wondering at this point what these guys are. Well, in recent years, scientists have been comparing the DNA of a lot of different bird species to find out what groups they belong in. And they found that the New World vultures, like the turkey vultures, are actually most closely related to the storks. So they've actually moved them into the stork family. A lot of the old field guides still reflect the fact that these guys were grouped with raptors, but now in most of the newer publications, having a little problem there. This bird actually came to us from a rehabilitation center. Actually, MODOK did too. But this bird is here because it is unable to fly. And so we... She looks a little distracted right now. We'll give her just a tiny bit of a break and then we'll try again. She's kind of a young bird and she's just been flying in the program. Good job. Okay, now she's got a little bit of mouse meat there as her reward. She's going to hide that from everyone very quickly. And much of their habitat, what is left, is being degraded due to things like grazing and also the introduction of introduced species of plants that don't help support their natural diet as well, which is mostly ground and also what areas that they're using as stopover points and things like that to feed on during their migration. And rabbits and things like that. And watch her fly back and forth a couple of times, and then we're going to have her kind of chase a fake rabbit here in just a second. So you can see how a raptor hunts out in the wild. There you go, Cree. Good job. You can see that blonde tail of hers helps distinguish her from the red. Well, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be swinging this lure a little bit more fidgety than normal here today. Okay, there you go. Now, with her, instead of pulling a bird lure with her, because these guys aren't mammal specialists, they're bird specialists, like most falcons. And this lure goes. Now, we're not going to let her get her lure right away. We want to give her a chance to do a little flying. Oh, there she goes. Gives you a chance for her to get some exercise. You can see her fly, but she's not supposed to fly. Point that direction. So keep your eyes open. She'll probably be back here in just a second. She could be coming from any angle. Here she comes. There you go. Now, again, look at her. She flies long, pointed wings. That's one of the things that distinguishes her as a falcon. Also, a long tail that helps with maneuverability. Also, she's got that radio transmitter hanging off of her leg there. Now, this bird normally lives up in the Arctic, so they don't have to maneuver around trees, and they can build up some really amazing speeds. Here, she does have to work with the trees a little bit, so she doesn't get going quite as fast, but she's still pretty impressive. Okay, just a couple more passes here, and then we'll bring her back down. Oh. Now, this is not a bird that flies silently and sneaks up on her prey. Use her incredible speed to catch her prey. There she comes. Come on, Kenai. There you go. Good job. Try and match the animal's natural diets as closely as possible. So in the wild, she'll eat a lot of ducks, geese, ptarmigan, other birds. She'll also eat some ground prey like lemmings, snowshoe hares, and things like that. But birds seem to be her distinct favorites, so that's what she gets mostly here at the zoo. Now another piece to get her back up on my glove here. Come on, Kenai. And then we'll hand her off to get her a little bit closer for everybody to get another look at. She's learned that if she flips her lure over, she gets 2 pieces of meat because we put a piece on either side, so no matter which way it lands, she gets something. Come on, cat. There you go. Oh. Come on, you. That's my foot. You don't want that. Oh. Okay, well, I'm going to hand her off to Sandy here, and she'll bring her up closer. Remember to look at her eyes, see what color they are, and look for that malar stripe. It's not as distinct on the falcon, but it's still there, and you can still get a good look at it. Again, she'll be eating a little piece of quail meat there as she goes. Just put her leash on here real quick. And take the transmitter off. And there she goes. Okay. Now, falcons, as I said, are an Arctic species. This is not a bird that you're likely to see in a residential area or even in the city. But we do have them here in Washington State. We're at the very southern end of their migratory range, so they sometimes come down in the winter time, a few of these birds, to places that mimic their natural tundra habitat, wide open areas like the Skagit or Sandwich Flats or the potholes in eastern Washington. So those are places you might get a chance to see a falcon. But you can see other falcons here in the city. We have merlins. We also have peregrine falcons, which many of you may know are actually nesting downtown in the Washington Mutual building. Not only here in Seattle, but also they're nesting down in Tacoma this year. And that's really spectacular for a couple of reasons. Number one, that we can have spectacular birds like peregrines in a downtown area, and they can do that because they're cliff nesters. Because not too long ago, peregrines were almost completely wiped out here in North America. They've been persecuted, but it was mostly a pesticide called DDT to plummet. Well, those birds have come back quite well since they got protection under the Endangered Species Act. The DDT was outlawed, and we're now going to go ahead and... Here he comes. Good job. They were actually proposed for delisting from the Endangered Species Act, but they're afraid that when they do, they have no habitat protection. And though DDT was the problem for their reduced numbers, today habitat destruction is really the main cause for animals in peril. And unfortunately, there's nothing that these birds can do about habitat destruction. Only you and I can do something about that. And it can be really simple things. You can eat organic produce, you can plant native vegetation in your yard, you can recycle and things like that. You can also help support wildlife organizations that set aside land for wild animals. There are things you can do to help protect wildlife in the long term. So we thank you very much for coming to today's program, taking the first step to learn about these birds. We hope you had a good time, and we hope you have a wonderful afternoon here at the zoo. Thank you very much for coming. We will be coming to the fence to answer any questions you may have. So if you have a question, come on down. I'd like to introduce the other folks that help with today's program. This is Sandy. She's got the falcon, and Pat has the barred owl. These two... You want to take a guess how much he weighs? 12 pounds? Any other guesses?
4 pounds.
How much?
8.
4 pounds? Typical for a male. Tend to be between about 6 and 9 pounds. Females are about 10.
Oh, I saw them. I was 75.
He has no natural fear. He's just like a wild bird.
I have my male server on
And so that might have to fly.
7 pounds now. That's not normal. I did.
I just showed him how it's on the computer, but it's just runs into their
It depends on what kind of bird they are and in a situation like
the one that came in
like this
before.
is coming into people's yards.
Because the programs that have certain identities set up.
you call that a growl? This guy is willing to pose for a second, so I'm going to get that. Great face.
Story.
I'm assuming he was stuck doing electric I would assume, because we had him for about 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe. It was a hot day, and I started panting. Talking leopard.
Hi. Oh, hi.
This way, you guys. Ready?
And they're off.
Their head to the fence. Okay, what about if you go over there?
That's so interesting. They just love the wall. How do they?
Can you do that again?
What? Open his mouth?
He's ferocious. Hey, little guy. What?
Snow leopard.
And less light than what you would see other things, so.
What is it? Stands are in models for me till I hit roll.
Yeah.
Come on back.
There you go.
He excavates everything. That tube is usually covered, but he tries everything.
When the zoo is closed, you turn on lights. So
They need the same cues we do, just opposite. So yeah, the lights come on at, what is it now, about 10:40 at night now. So, but they always go off at 10 in the morning.
Don't chunk.
Yeah, he's very good at edge control. He's down on his elbows. He doesn't fall out.
We got a great shot, however.
Huh? The horses are here. They have both sides, but they can often be camera shy after 8 hours of tape trying to do a horse video that I'm trying to do. It takes quite a while to get footage. And that's footage too that we have for that stuff I'm sure George Bell would let us have.
We got our...
It's a good girl. Yeah, she's back. Girl. Her daughter, like a mother, would say very much. I know one of them is back in.
Yeah, but not all.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Did they ever get the results back on tests?
Not that we heard.
These guys are very playful.
Those examples are ever easy to film. Oh, really? We've got that. It's the female. They're South American too, but yeah, the giants. Yeah. Is her light for helicopter?
I know I'm getting even, but I have no idea how. And I pushed, it's like pushing film, and I did that.
It's really like 9:30 in the morning is best.
So I talked to Earl and he said that they're all in their nest boxes and not cut.
Not all of them.
Some of
Movement's good. Good, good.
See it?
Yeah, right there. Give us a profile.
keep your answers.
Oh, that's the male. That's Thorn. He came the other direction. I wish that we could. No, they don't commercially raise it, so we give them small crickets that they can fit in their mouths, and wax worms, which are the larval stage of the moth. And so we try to put them with those, but the bait so expensive.
Right there for a second though, because I'm
Okay,
getting some.
you got her.
Look up better.
Betty, you want some buds?
Good. Hold back. No suicide attempts.
When we first came in, I got
How appetizing.
They're omnivorous in the wild, but with a higher percentage eating insects, so insects are always a good bait.
How are they doing? Threatened, endangered, or
Highly
highly?
endangered, yeah. They're from Southeast Asia, so we have conservation work going on in Vietnam, and it's very sad. There's a reserve called Cook Phong in North Vietnam that's one of the main, will keep its attention, and is that enough to keep it out of your
Yeah, I'm rolling.
sight? He has bigger eyes than all the other guys. They're not all. He looks like.
Yeah, we can't see them. Different tell, isn't it?
Yeah, they have a. Yeah, we have a T-shirt that I made up for a conservation T-shirt, selling it at the zoo store. I made up a species tag to go on it, and the headline, the front of it says "Too cute for their own good," because the pet trade is one of that are being eaten. Besides default.
Can you see well at all the neighborhood, like out here?
Pardon?
Can you see us?
Oh yeah, the nocturnal eyes are very different from ours. They don't have any cones, which give you color vision and acuity. So you can't see color, and they're more visually movement oriented. So it's a little bit black and white, a little bit blurrier than our vision, but you can totally, as you can tell, totally see you.
Well, no, I was just wondering.
Yeah. It's just different, you know, dogs see, everything sees differently than what we do. You could let go of this tacky yoke can, maybe for a brief moment, looking at a maple in Southeast Asia. A big leaf maple tree.
That's right.
We'll get some movement moving it down the thing to move down. Oh yeah, go for it. It says you guys could be a bunch of veterinarians ready to grab me. I'm doing this video just talking about exhibit design and enrichment and stuff to show natural behaviors and stuff. It's like, we set the camera up and it's like, okay, they're not using their space that we've made for them. We're not seeing the use of space here, guys. Hurry up.
Was this guy born in Kansas City?
Yeah, he was born here in 1995.